Good morning, Floss Tube. Happy Friday. It is a gorgeous morning. We might get some drizzle today, apparently. Beautiful tulips this morning. And beautiful ocean. So I wanted to show you how my floss dyeing turned out. Pretty happy with it. This is Gift of Gab. This is Old Hag. And this is a Rover of High Degree. And I think they turn out really nice. They'll look a little bit different when I get them on the cards. I pick up cards from Cheryl tomorrow, Saturday morning. So then I can start getting these put into skeins. Sorry, can't speak this morning. Into skeins so that we can post them in the shop. Yeah. Really happy with how they turned out. One of the ones that I dyed did not turn out very well. But that's going to happen when I'm learning. I'm outside in the shade because feels like 25 with the humidity, and it hasn't been that humid the past few days, but this morning, I'm having hot flash after hot flash. Thank you, menopause. Anyway, Iggy's outside. Yeah, Iggy loves the catio. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Iggy. Iggy. Hi. When I came out, I forgot he was there. And he went meow and scared me. Hello, pretty boy. Yeah. Hello, sweetheart. I brought this outside. This is a pattern by Nerdin, Twin Peak Primitives, called Afloat. And sorry, there's a bit of a glare, isn't there? Anyway, I'm in my head. It's charted for DMC colors. Oh, sorry, it's not Nerdin, it's Nursen. Sorry, Nursen. It's charted for DMC colors, which is awesome, but I am going to switch some for Bryn and Needle colors. Just having a look. I'm not sure when I'm going to start this, but I love the pattern. I think it's really cute. Love that whale. Really cool. So that's what I'm doing, sitting here in the shade. Here's a view you don't usually see. This is the backyard. That's a bit of a mess. Right here is a particular mess right here. We have not been allowed to do anything with that up until this year. We can. The boys have finally agreed, yes, we can do something. That used to be the archaeology area. One of my brothers is an archaeologist, and he showed the boys how to do some digging, and so they had archaeology. I don't know how to make that word into a verb that they made up. That word that they made up. Anyway, we got burning bushes over on this bank that aren't out yet. The alder is blooming beautifully over there. And it's windy, which is awesome, but hopefully you'll be able to hear what I'm saying. Yeah, so this is our backyard. Our property goes right up to that pole right up there. Someday we're going to put a she shed up there. But this area is perfect. I'm going to turn this around. Hi. This area is perfect in the morning when it's really hot because there's enough shade here on the upper deck for me to sit out and enjoy the breeze and relax. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I've got my second batch of fabric on to dye this morning, so I'm on a timer. I need to go downstairs and add some more soda ash to the mix, and then I can leave it sit for 4 or 5 hours. And then the one that I dyed yesterday is now in the washer, so I'll show that to you in a bit. Hi friends. So it's much later in the evening. My husband's in the shower. The boys are outside playing. I wanted to go through a few things with you that I'd gotten when I was away at Stitch North and then when I went to Colorado. I'm not sure if I'm going to get through it all because it depends when I'm interrupted, but I thought I would give a little bit of a start and I can always finish up tomorrow. So one of the presents in the, this is a mess. So there's not really any rhyme or reason or order to this, but at the start, this particular bag was one of the swag items in the Evertote swag bag. I believe, or it was a present from one of my table mates or one of the folks. There were folks who made presents for everybody at the retreat, so I can't remember, and I'm sorry about that. But inside here, I've got a couple of things. So the first is, that I'm going to show you, is actually something that I brought to the retreat. It's this pattern by Modern Folk Embroidery called the Biscuit Mill. And I can't remember if I got any stitches done at the retreat or not. I know that I worked a little bit on it when I was at my sister's. So here is the border for the Biscuit Mill. It's really pretty. And I am using Roxy Floss colors. I had to get some extra, so I'm using just navy and I think it's almond. Just a second now. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Yes, the light color is almond. So there's a lot of the light color that goes in this border, but I'm doing the blue first, at least in the border. So I'm happy with how that's going. I'll put you back down again. So I've got a kind of an awkward arrangement here today, or this evening, for which I apologize. But here. So I knew when I went to Stitch North, I wanted to get fabric for this pattern. This is Rebel Stitchers. Let me see if I can do this with a little bit less glare. Rebel Stitches Disagree pattern. And so I went to Stitch North specifically, well, I didn't go specifically to get fabric for this particular piece, but I specifically wanted fabric for this piece. And this color is called Temptation. I think I have the, yes, Temptation, and I'm doing it on a 32 count linen. And I cut my piece, I got a 1/4 of a yard, but I got my piece cut there. And this is how far, I'm sorry for the wrinkles, but this is how far I got. And denial of my, and then I wanted to get the side Quaker done and then start to go and then move from right to left is my plan. Isn't that fabric spectacular? And I still have another huge piece to do something else on, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah. So I think this is going to look amazing. Okay, next. Got to remember to put the booklet in the opposite direction so I'm not showing you the pattern. Oh, the color that I'm using on this is Roxy Floss Co. As you can see, I got a lot because it was recommended 7 skeins. Oh, my tea is done. So I'm using charcoal for this. I'll be right back.